So the Well of Zamzam, at one point when they had war, was essentially filled up and lost for like 300 years. He rediscovered it, but how? He was constantly having dreams about going like something next to a rock and digging and what have you. He brushed it off, had another dream and another dream and another dream, and he's like, okay, I have to go and then check it out. So he went and he began to dig until he hit water. Zamzam, the Well of Zamzam. People were thinking like, yo, what is this guy doing? And then he hit the Well of Zamzam. Now that was huge, because in that time, water is essentially more valuable than oil and gold. Okay, you're living in a desert. That's survival, that's life, that's power, that's status. So before you know it, he's surrounded by 2-3 other big tribesmen trying to say, no, we're taking over this, and he's essentially made an oath. He's like speaking to Allah, like saying, oh Allah. Although they were idol worshippers and what have you, they had this concept of Allah, right? If you give me 10 sons or 12 sons, you know, so I could be able to protect myself, I'll sacrifice one of my sons. The guys, they don't want to get into a all-out war and a clash. They end up saying, you know what, we're gonna go to this priestess, and she's going to, like a magician, and she's going to tell us who this well belongs to. And as they're traveling, right, it's quite a bit of a distance, they run out of water, they don't have a well, all that stuff. And so what do? Abdul Muttalib says, hey guys, literally we're gonna have to dig our own graves because we're not gonna be able to bury each other, right?
Oh wow.
And as they actually did that. That was a practice. Like, if you knew you were gonna die, don't burden the other person around you to dig your grave. Just dig your grave.
Yeah.
So he begins to dig his grave. Everyone's digging their own grave. And guess what? He strikes water again. So everyone around him was like, okay, that's a sign. Khalas, let's just go back. The well is yours. We're good. Right? So this is like what is this? This is his grandfather, and even the lineage before the Prophet ﷺ, it's establishing the status of the Prophet ﷺ's family with respect and so on and so forth.